Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 ranked podcast in all of Southeastern Mass. I am the host, the producer, okay, and the Hurricane Mike Herren. To the left of me, one of the best in the business. They call him Birdie, but he's got a big brain.
Yeah, he does.
Okay? They call him Birdie. He's got a big brain. He is to the left of my Birdie. What is good, my brother?
Back for another round.
Yeah.
Watch the Gudrow. I'm glad you had the Gudrow fight so I could rewatch it because the stream I had was horrible and it kept freezing up.
How did it look for us?
Your stream was perfect. It never froze up. You could watch the whole 3 rounds.
That's the internet that we paid for it.
I didn't have a good stream, so I couldn't see it. So I did get to see it. So. And
then we got my man, Rowdy Riley Arruda, on the wheels, still producing at the age of 19, the tender age of 19 years old. He is, without doubt, the undisputed, undefeated, under 21 sports talk champ as far as the eye can see. You dig it, brother? I do. Now, we got a lot to talk about. We got Athlete of the Year. One magazine goes Tom Brady. The other one goes Simon Bales. Big controversy in that one. Okay, we got the Win Bowl to talk about. We got Steph Curry trying to talk about shooting 16 threes in a game, and Chauncey Billups getting pissed off. He should worry about his team more than anybody else's.
Yeah, I didn't see
that. We got both Bill Parcells and Jimmy Jones coming out and chastising some of these coaches for putting their teams in bad situation by using analytics.
Wow.
Of course, we got the picks. Of course, we got power rankings. Of course, we got trivia. We got fantasy. We got a review of the Win Bowl, which I hope you heard because it's going to get fucking crazy. And like that. And we got the Celtics shaking hands and having a party on the court after. And it was a great comeback, but at least walk to the locker room pissed off.
You would think.
And somebody call the fucking FBI because Peyton Pritchard is in a witness protection program with the Celtics.
Still, huh?
I don't even think. Did he even play?
I was going to look that right now.
No, I don't even think. I didn't see him on the court. I was back and forth. But man, come on.
Yeah.
But.
Let's see. Peyton Pritchard, I don't believe played. He's not on here for any minutes at all.
That's crazy. DNPCD.
Yeah, he didn't.
I got
play.
one of them in my life. It was an all-time athletic low. Do you know what a DNPCD is?
Did not play coach's decision.
Yeah.
Basically,
we weren't good enough to play that day.
Yeah.
Okay. First things first, young Mikey Gaudreau.
Yep.
I'm looking you in the eye to our listeners. And this ain't on some Fall River shit. Okay? I understand USA Boxing counts that pitter-patter, real nonsense, wherever it is on the body, all of it. So I can understand how young Mikey didn't win that fight against the third-ranked fighter in the world, Jesus Martinez from Texas, which was only 2 hours away from the venue.
With a lot of support.
The guy had a professional fighter in his corner signing autographs to everybody before the fight for the last couple of days. I dig it all. But watching that fight, okay, there was no doubt in my mind. First of all, Jesus Martinez, number 3 in the world, Mikey's opponent, was 13 pounds heavier by the time the bell went off. 2 years older.
Yep.
And had 60 plus more fights. Young Mikey's going to grow. He's going to get stronger. He's more athletic. I thought sharper punches. And I'm telling you something right now. And this ain't on some forever shit. I thought he won that fight. I thought he landed twice as many clean shots than the young Mexican fighter Martinez did, who was number 3 in the world, and who was a good fighter himself.
Yeah, no,
it was a great amateur fight.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
What are you thinking, Brad?
I think you're right about as far as Mikey landing the better of the bigger blows in the fight.
Just not necessarily being cleaner too. I think
Cleaner and bigger. I watched it quickly. I didn't get to see it originally. Watched it late last night. As far as being outscored, I just don't know how these amateurs judges score these fights. Like you said, as far as which
the
punches
Marcus
are
or
gonna count.
Queensberry rules. Which
So, like
I
you
get
said,
it.
a little jab that just barely flicks your head, they're going to count as a point.
If it's in
I
the
don't know.
scoring
I
area,
don't know.
but that's what they do.
Well,
And that's but my like my friend Lamar Stevens said, my dear friend, after Pernell Whitaker and Cesar Chavez, and I'm dating myself, but I don't give a fuck. I've been on some Eric B. and Raheem shit all day. I've been on some disco shit with Danielle Angels. I'm an old motherfucker, and I don't care.
that stuff makes you. That stuff
After
keeps you
Pernell
young.
Whitaker got robbed in Stadium Azteca when even the Mexicans were whistling, which means a boo, right? In other countries, when they whistle, they're booing you. Okay, my good friends Lamar Stevens, after that Pernell Whitaker fight, said to me, you know the best way to watch boxing, Mike, and I'm going to do it from now on. As soon as the fight's over, I'm going to shut the TV off because I know who won.
I know who won.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
And you don't want to even know who the judges picked. You know who won in your head.
Shut it off.
Yep.
Shut it off.
Good. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey Goodrow will be fine. I think it's a great experience for him. I think the sky's going to be the limit with him. I mean, it is what it is with the decision.
BADCATZ Sports is going to do, the basketball event that we're doing now?
The shootout, yeah.
We could have had 100 teams in it. And tonight the rubber meets the road. All right? Tonight the rubber meets the road. Tonight we do the scheduling tonight, right after the podcast.
Okay.
Put on Excel sheet, the whole deal. Okay? But we're going to do that for boxing because I'm so excited about Mikey Goodrow.
Yep.
And I have experience. We've done 2 boxing matches. The tribute to Dave Gorman at the Bankston Armory, which had thousands of people there, and at White's, which is sold out.
Okay.
So we can do that. This is well within our purview here.
Yep.
Okay? So we're getting in it. I've talked to Mikey's father a couple of times afterwards.
Good stuff, yeah.
So let's go. BADCATZ Sports Company. You know what I mean? It's not just a podcast, my dude. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of shit.
That's definitely something you want to align yourself with because Mikey's, he's going to have...
Promotions are very difficult to do and they're very stressful because you have moving targets. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You have variables that some of them are within control for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Tonight we will take complete control of this tournament. Tonight if we have to say no to a good friend 3 weeks now, we're gonna have to.
Yep.
Once this goes on to wax,
you're gonna etch it in stone tonight. Is what you're gonna do.
Etch it in stone tonight.
Yeah.
People call me up. They have 25 relations years with in basketball, begging to get a team in. You know me, Birdie. I'm gonna take care of my guys.
Do it. Yeah, exactly.
I mean? But like we didn't take. We have 4 teams from Boston dying to get in.
Well,
said no.
What's the old saying?
We had teams from Worcester dying to get in. No. Teams from Springfield dying to get in. No. Teams from Providence dying to get in. No.
It's like a game of music. You can only have so many chairs for so many seats.
Yeah.
And then, like you said earlier, the old saying is you dance with who brung you. So you're going to put the teams in that are solid, been there all along in the past. So, yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that philosophy.
Last night, Villanova, Syracuse. 2 guys on the floor that played the Herren shootout.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty impressive.
Marquette, the point guard, Kolick. Okay.
That's
okay. He's on there. I go to Nesson, Noah Fernandez. His one of his teammates, okay, and a couple guys on another team played in the Herren shootout.
All graduates of the shootout.
All graduates of the shootout.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So that's what's up.
And hopefully there'll be some more, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the future holds anyway. So,
but talk about some NBA stuff. Yeah, the Celtics, man, like they're too cool for school, man. Marcus Smith made an unbelievable defensive play. They're down 3. Right? Oh no, they're down 3 or 4. Marcus, they're coming back. Marcus Smart picks the point guard with like 15 seconds to go at half court, throws to Tatum for a dunk, right? This happened. They tried to trap too much with 9 seconds. They couldn't foul. You know what I mean? But this would have been a great one to get. And like after this game, these guys are like hugging it. Cause I know one of them was an ex-teammate, but it was like
Do that before the game.
I'm
Yeah, whatever.
crazy. And
Yeah.
I usually give these guys the benefit of the doubt, you know.
They're weirdos.
But I just like, but you said it's not just basketball, Riley.
It's everything
Everything,
nowadays.
yeah.
It's not, I feel like that's just my generation. Everyone's just like kind of like friends and just want to like have fun. And there's only like how many rivalries can you think of in the NBA? Like true rivalries.
I
Like,
went to a Driftwood.
Not many.
I went to a Driftwood New Bedford basketball game, right? That they made the players shake hands for the game, and the man shook hands before the game. I was like, "What the fuck is this? You're ruining it."
Well, if you're gonna do it before the.
Yeah, you always do before the game.
game.
But it was about the ceremony. But let's all like. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, come on, man.
you have to nowadays.
You played in that rivalry.
When I played in the Bedford rivalry, they were fucking
life or
hey,
death. Yeah,
they were fucking. When I played in a different Bedford rivalry, okay. When I played, they said they could tell the level of the game because how many riot dogs the police brought to the game.
Oh, that's correct.
Okay, if there was a 7-dog game, okay, that's how that was a huge game.
That was as big as any rivalry in any sport.
And it was a great rivalry.
Yeah.
It was a great rivalry.
I got my-
We're all
yeah.
friends today. We're like brothers today.
But back then, it was about winning. And it was
about the rivalry. That's the juice. That's the special sauce. That's what makes New Bedford and Driftwood different. They've been doing it for 130 years, okay? It's not fucking Sudbury versus fucking Peabody or some bullshit that has no attachment, no nothing. This is a real fucking rivalry, okay? You know, and it's like
It's the way of the world.
bring the riot police, bring the fucking dogs, let bricks through the window, okay? Cement blocks dropped on the bus. Bring it all back. They were brawling in the middle of. They were brawling in the middle of Charlotte Memorial Hospital. They were fighting in St. Anne's. 39 people got arrested.
Well,
I love it.
Those days are over, Mike.
I love it.
What do you even see for attendance at these games nowadays?
Nobody.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And you couldn't even get a ticket. For
My
this
uncle
game.
paid $100, and he's a cheap fuck. The $100 to watch Driftwood play New Bedford in the South Sectional semifinal at UMass
playoffs.
Dartmouth. Remember that game we played at UMass Dartmouth?
There were so many games. Mike,
Let me tell you something. Here's the deal, right? We're supposed to play at Taunton High School. Taunton says this. No way am I hosting that shit show. No way. See you later,
They
done.
want to pay all the police details.
Hey, they go to Brockton. Brockton's like, are you fucking crazy? We got our own problems here.
Yeah.
No fucking way. They go to Hey, hold on, I'm not done. They go to Massasoit.
Oh, they ain't taking it.
Massasoit's like, fuck you.
If Brockton ain't taking it, Massasoit ain't taking it.
Massasoit ain't taking it. They go to Stonehill. Absolutely not. No way. Brian Baptiste, who played in the rivalries from the Bedford, had to say, okay, we're going to do it here.
Was he the coach at
And
UMass
if
Dartmouth
you were
at
a
the
Driftwood
time?
fan, you were not allowed on one side of the court.
Was separated.
Separated. Crazy.
No, that makes sense.
Crazy.
That makes sense.
That's a rivalry. That's how we got to do it right there. You know what I mean? What else we got here? Bill Parcells and Jimmy Johnson calling out analytics. Birdie, this is right up your alley.
I did not see any of this today.
So
yeah,
I
want you to give me the information on what
Here
was
is
said
the proverbial
Ready,
softball.
throw it.
Ready?
because I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any of this today.
It's there, Birdie. It's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Parcells.
We have chasing wild women and chasing fucking
I
bets
just
last
had
night.
Some,
What are you doing?
house issues
Oh,
today,
again?
as usual. Yeah, unfortunately, I was crawling under a deck with a flex hose from a sump pump. But
Jeez.
for Bill Parcells
To come out. Yeah.
get out with this, and he's an old school guy, so I would say that that's a good sign for him.
He says, when you put your teams in peril,
Yep.
like going on a 20-yard line is no good.
Okay.
I mean, on your own 20.
Yeah, no,
And I like what Kornizer said. Tony Kornizer says, hey, listen, anything after your own 40, your own 45, I'm with it.
well, it's also the timing of it, too. When you see it done in the first quarter of these games.
No, but what the analytics don't know is, how's your right offensive guard feeling? right?
Yep.
You know, is he fighting with his wife? Has he had a good game? Where's his mentality at?
No.
Is he tired? Did he practice all week? Blah blah blah.
That's where your assistant coaches need to come into play and have a feel on these
Coaches,
guys.
we got fucking robots coaching now, brother. We got a fucking analytics screen. That's determining football games, baby.
Talking about as far
This
as
is fucking George Jetson, Birdie.
it is. I agree.
Meet
It is.
George Jetson.
Yeah, it
Blah,
is.
blah,
And it's
blah,
been
blah,
like
blah,
that.
blah, 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 blah.
It's where the assistant coaches used to have a feel for, like the line coaches, the linebacker coaches, the defensive back coaches could give some feedback to the head coach, like you said, for what's going on with the team that day. But that's all out the window now, like you said, anymore.
Times
It's
are changing.
fucking revenge of the nerds. Tell
Times are
me
changing.
why it's a good thing, Riley.
I'm okay with it because the game's changed. Like so long ago, there was no dunking allowed in the NBA, and there was no 3-point line, and the sports evolve. They change, and it's not like that. It's completely changing. It's just that like people just want to score more points because they realize how good the offenses are in the NFL nowadays. Everything is throwing the ball, scoring so much points. And other than that Patriots and Bills game, it's always throwing the ball like a million times a game. And now you need to keep up with these high-powered
From
offenses.
your own 20.
What
It
brought
depends on how good your offense is and how much you believe in them. Like a team like Tampa Bay, I'd believe in them to get a 4th and 2 from your own 20. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, the best
options. I
the,
got
the
you.
best weapons in the league. So it depends what team you are. For the Jets, okay, punt the ball away because you can't be doing that all the time because your defense is not good. It depends what team you're. The Rams, I'm doing it. You got weapons, you got a good defense. So it all depends on the scenario. But I just think it makes it some of it makes sense of where you are because you need to score so many points nowadays in the NFL because we don't see games that are so low unless it's like the really, really bad teams. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you're right.
you just got to keep up with the way the way it is nowadays, I guess.
Well, what changed it all is when the NFL, going back to when we were watching football growing up, what is going on now that wasn't going on back then was when they brought the 2-point conversion back into play. Because without that 2-point conversion now, you wouldn't be seeing as many analytics or as many
That's a
reasons
good
for.
point, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that years ago, but
But like
that's part of it.
But like Riley said, right? And I don't agree with him below the 40 or but I understand where he's coming from. But this is a much different football league than of our youth.
Oh, absolutely.
Without question.
Absolutely.
It's a much
You can't
different
touch the
football
quarterback.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
touch your
That's
receiver.
why the points are through the roof.
I
That's why the points are
remember
through the
when
roof.
Lester Hayes was fucking his entire fucking uniform
Stick 'em.
had looked like it had maple syrup all over it. Do you
Yep.
remember it? It was dripping off him.
How about when guys were picking up quarterbacks and pile driving them into the ground on Monday Night Football, and then there were no flags?
Guys had 2 jobs. I interviewed Steve Grogan. He had 2 jobs.
Yep.
He was going back and working on a farm with his father afterwards.
A backup quarterback nowadays makes how much money?
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
God bless them. The money they make, they deserve for playing a brutal game. But it's just that they've watered down the game by not being allowing them to tackle these guys and change the rules. From what we used to
Steph
watch.
Curry. Chauncey Billups got his tits in a twist because
Oh my God!
did you see that?
Just what's wrong? Just leave him alone.
No, exactly. Like your team is fucking spiraling
Exactly.
down the tubes.
Exactly.
Your best players want to leave, right?
Makes no sense.
Want to leave? Okay, they want to leave, and you're worried about what Steph Curry's going to do in the middle of no man's land in the NBA. Come on, what a great story that would have been.
He would have had to make 16 last night, I think. it was.
16.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a little-
Is he capable of doing it?
It is, but it didn't happen. He's only
No.
10 away, I believe, now.
Yeah.
So he made 6. So, I mean, that's probably like a game or 2. But even, it doesn't matter if it takes him a game or 2. It's just, look at the numbers. Like, he did it in almost half the games it took Ray Allen to
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
it's not even
It's
close.
not even close. If anybody argues he's not the best shooter of all time, then I don't know where you're
I'm
watching.
telling you something right now. I know basketball like I know myself. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Okay, get this straight. Okay, get this straight right now. Steph Curry is the best player in the NBA. Period.
Well, he's the best pure shooter.
He's
I'll
the
agree
best
with that.
player in the NBA. Period.
Right now, yes, I agree.
Because he makes everybody better around him.
Well, that's part of it.
Everybody better around him. Steph Curry is, I'm not talking about the most fun to watch. I'm not talking about the most
is the most
exciting.
fun.
He's the best player in the NBA right now. Book it. And Golden State's going to win it again. Book it. He'll get a time
Yeah,
on that.
he is also the most fun to watch though.
Without question.
He's the most fun. He's the best. He's just the man. He's on his way to win another MVP.
Are you hating on Steph, Birdie?
No, absolutely not. What has Golden State really done from last year to this year? Because last year they were like average team. This year they're off the charts right now.
Because
what is it that turned them
compete
around?
in practice every day. The guys stay together. They like one another.
They haven't gotten Clay back yet.
They're talking about going to watch their practices this year and how he had 15 guys going at it.
Somebody's got to be elevating their game, whether it's Wiggins or
Penny Hardaway Jr., I believe he's on the team, right?
Like I said,
he's been having a really good season.
That's what I'm asking you.
He's been doing really good.
They do a great job of developing their guys.
Okay.
Raymond Green, I think, was a second-round pick, right?
Yeah, he was. And then also, forget their first-round pick from last year. Hasn't played yet.
James Wiseman,
he's in. Yeah, Wiseman. He's in the G League right now, and so is Klay Thompson. He's in the G League, that's the best G League team of all time. But once those two come back, what do you do?
Two all-star players.
Yeah, exactly. And Klay Thompson is a Hall of Famer. I mean, you add a Hall of Famer back to that team. I mean,
what are you doing? He got left out of the NBA top 75.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be good.
He's coming back.
It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And it's not like we're talking about a team that like they look good and we've never seen it before. These guys the core players have won 3 championships.
Yeah, you got
They're on the best team of all time. The coach is the same. I watched the thing and it was Steve Kerr and Steph Curry and they're so close. And Steve Kerr loves Steph and he's always telling him like, "Oh, you're the best, dude. Like even though you're missing, like I'm super jealous of you because you're so confident in yourself and I love that." And everyone's so close and it's like a family over there. And
it's a wicked, healthy environment.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with
basketball players. And I'm listening to the commentators doing the game, and he says, "Listen, we both NBA lifers doing this game. He's done games for 15 years. Me, I've coached, played, done it all. Right? Nobody. They're practicing and they're working out, and they go to every team during the off season, and they got 15 guys in the gym." That were part of the Warriors family and players last year, and they're all going at it, and they're all having a blast.
Well,
they're all hanging out. It's the culture, brother.
They're off to a fast start, and I'll tell you what, that West is loaded, so it's going to be interesting. Come play it with Phoenix, Utah.
But you know what I love about it? And you know what I love about this year's NBA?
Clippers.
It's not the super team. I'm not getting bludgeoned with the Lakers in Brooklyn to death. It's Utah. It's Phoenix. It's Utah. It's Phoenix. It's Golden State. It's
Denver.
Milwaukee.
Yep.
That's what it's about.
Yep.
That's it. And never mind watching. I mean, watching them play basketball is 10 times better than anybody else. Simon Bales and Tom Brady.
How did we ever get to that comparison?
It's a talk of social media right now, Brady.
I think it's because everyone's like so like I guess impressed of what she did with like coming out and saying like, "Oh, I'm depressed" or whatever she said, and then saying and then saying that she doesn't want to play. I guess play, is that the word? Like perform for the gymnastics team anymore in the Olympics. Yeah, so I guess that's where people be like, "Oh, she's so inspirational." But like that's for me, like, okay, she did a good thing. She did herself, but that doesn't put you at the best athlete of the year.
So give her a fucking medical award then.
She's not even.
Give her a courage award.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the first to do this. If I'm not mistaken, you had Kevin Love of the Cavaliers.
My boy Calvin Ridley, who I'm still looking at you, and you're gonna force me to wear a tutu. So I'm not on Calvin Ridley's side no more. But yes,
coming out,
and it's just like, okay, it's a good thing to do, but like doesn't make her the best. She's not even she's like Aaron Rodgers could have won it over her, and he shouldn't even have won it. You get what I mean? Like he's probably not even the choice to win it.
Got Sportsman of the Year, and Time usually doesn't do an Athlete of the Year. They don't have a long history of it, but Sports Illustrated's got a 100-year history of.
What does Sportsman mean? Does it mean like player or like sportsmanship
No, it's like someone who achieves at the highest level.
Okay.
And once they have the 4 or 5 finalists.
See, I also don't like these awards because they don't take into consideration soccer. And just because I love soccer, I feel like there's a lot of players that they just like, oh,
that's a valid
like
point.
Sometimes ESPN would be like, okay, let's throw best athlete, and then they'll like throw in Messi or Ronaldo, and they won't even come close. And I'm like, dude, if you look at their year compared to like other sports players' years, it's not even close. But I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying like I just don't like that.
I'm not sure what the market share for Sports Illustrated is international.
Yeah, exactly.
Time Magazine, I would say Time Magazine, I would say is significant
Yeah.
international market share. You would agree, right?
Yeah, I would guess.
More than Sports Illustrated, but that's
would
that's a good point too. But
worldwide.
like, listen, man. Like, when you're giving awards, you gotta remove the bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? You know, if Mike Tyson's boxed with you, he's boxing you. I don't care if he used to rob old ladies' pocketbooks and do crazy shit back in the day. We're talking about him as a boxer. We're talking about him. We're talking about, like, the Hall of Fame. It's not full of nice guys. But let me tell you something else, okay? Either is the White House, either is Congress, either is your corporate America.
No, that's
okay.
True.
All right, it's not full of nice guys.
We don't live in a perfect world.
We all know Tom Brady should have been Athlete of the Year last year. Sports Illustrated. Would you have a problem with that?
No, I wouldn't.
Brady getting it?
No, I think there's it's not. I don't think it's a lock right away.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of other people like Giannis as well.
But it's very difficult to
No,
argue with that.
it's not. There's nothing to. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance. I'm saying there's other people like Giannis.
Sure, Giannis
I think Giannis. I don't even like Giannis at all. I'm not a fan of his. I don't like how he acts on the court. Like, he's like a kind of like. He complains a lot, but to bring that Bucks team, we're talking about the Bucks, but the Milwaukee Bucks, to bring that Bucks team, I think
a better story.
It's a better story than the Buccaneers. But then again, it's Tom Brady. He won his 7th thing at his age, so there's
With
different
another team
exactly.
at
There's
his
different
age.
aspects
Sure,
to each one, but.
Yeah.
Simone Biles did
But
win
both of them were worthy.
Yes, and Simone Biles did win a few gold medals, but this Olympics wasn't even her best, and she didn't compete in the whole thing. It's not like she went there and won every single gold of all of her competitions she went to.
Yeah.
She won, I think, like 1 gold this year, but they also came in
If she would
silver.
have done that and came out about mental health and still had the athletic, I would have been like, hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, like I'm saying, like, sometimes it's tough to. This is sports. Let's keep it about sports. I mean, I get, the protesting's been happening for a while. I don't get a problem with that necessarily, but every time you turn on a sporting event, there's a charity hook to it, or there is a sad story about some kid dying of cancer or leukemia, or, you know what I mean? It's like, sports are a getaway. Why do we play in World War II? What did Franklin Delano Roosevelt say? We're going to play baseball.
Or the JFK assassination with the football too, right?
Yeah. Well, only one game, right?
I believe it was. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's play.
So even for soccer players, I'm a huge Messi fan, but there's a guy named Robert Lewandowski who I still think he deserved it over her because he literally played, I think, 50 games and scored like 76 goals. So he had like 26 more goals than he did games. Like, do you know how insanely hard
for?
Bayern Munich? You know how insanely hard that is to do? And like, then that's the thing I don't like.
But
that
did he win anything?
He did. He won the Bundesliga, won the Bundesliga Cup. They won the Champions League last year, not the year that Chelsea won it. But like, that's ridiculously hard to do. Like. And that's almost like impossible to score 26 more goals in games, and he's not even considered in any of it. And that's why I just like.
Right. Well, let's do a hot take and tag. Let's do a hot take tonight and tag the shit out of Sports Illustrated and Twitter about soccer players need to get some love. I'm with you, Riley.
They do.
I'm with you. But again, I think that I think that, and whenever, I don't think anybody was really surprised when they saw Tom Brady get Athlete of the Year. What he did was very extraordinary, obviously. But like I said, you start splitting hairs when you get to stuff like that. So, okay, let's talk about the Win Bowl, baby.
Good name for it.
Okay, let's talk about the Win Bowl. That was inspired by Riley's research the other day, talking about the Ice Bowl, talking about the, what was the other one?
The Fog Bowl.
The Fog Bowl. And what was the Cincinnati, San Diego?
Was that the Ice Bowl too, or Ice Bowl 2 maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Did you think the game was interesting or boring?
Well,
I thought it was highly interesting.
Yes. It might have been boring to the millennials. Wasn't boring to me or you.
It wasn't boring. You liked the game, right?
I didn't really care for it. Just because I don't really care for both teams, and I don't have anything into it. You know what I mean? So
we're talking about the salt and pepper.
But I think the whole nation, because there's only one fraction that are Patriots fans and one fraction is Bills fans. So I think as a whole nation, I think they could have found it a little boring just because It's a neutral game.
Yeah,
The
but
Pa-
they
not
did
not a lot of
it.
people.
They
Not a lot
did
of people like the Patriots. They want to see the Patriots lose.
Yeah, but I think people watched it because of the weather. That's what they were saying on ESPN. That
Yeah,
was
but
crazy.
that's true. But they wanted to see. I don't know.
I wanted to see the circus.
Yeah, and I don't think it
was a
did.
circus.
I didn't think it showed much of it because the Bills threw the ball a lot, but the Patriots didn't. So we didn't see a lot of how the ball affected, I guess, because the first half they didn't throw much either team. You know what I mean? Like the Bills only started to throw when they were down a lot, and they're like, okay, it's in the fourth quarter. We're probably not gonna get the ball back because the Patriots are running the ball 25 times per quarter. So that's when they started to throw the ball a lot. But I found it a little cool because we never seen wins like that before. That was crazy. So I didn't mind it.
Bird?
Yeah, well, that's the football that we grew up on. So it was kind of a little bit refreshing for me. I liked the way the game played out. I didn't like the fact that the Patriots would not attempt to throw the ball at all. Though that's
Couple
the
of play
only
action
thing. Yeah,
passes.
that's the only thing that really baffled me.
Everybody said Belichick's a genius.
I don't agree with it.
I mean, you could have put in as well as the Patriots played. As much as they dominated on both sides of the ball, Buffalo still had the ball.
15-yard line, 2nd and 5.
In the red zone twice in the fourth quarter to go ahead.
Well, the thing I don't understand, Mike.
You don't want to leave the income. You don't want to leave the outcome in doubt like that.
No, but here's the thing I don't understand. Answer me this: if Belichick didn't want to throw the ball and put Jones in any harm against the win, okay, that's fine. But why, when you had the win at your back, did you still refuse to throw the ball, even if you were throwing short passes?
Because they never didn't lead in the game. They always had the lead. And in football, when you have the lead, just try to kill the clock. They were. That's all they did was just kill the clock.
They were on the 20-yard line at one point in the fourth. It was either the late third quarter or fourth quarter. First down, -4 yards, ran. Second down, 2nd and 14, run again. 3rd and 17.
With the win at the back.
With the win at the back, run again. Where was the logic there?
Okay, so you throw it in completion twice because, like, as much as we can blow Mac Jones' horn in, and he's been really, really good, but he's never played in anything like this ever. Never played. And he was literally in a swimsuit. That's how cold it was over there. So if you throw the ball and say you get 2 incompletions there, that's the clock dead. But that play right there already kills like 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah,
done.
I hear you, but what if you do one play action? It's wide open.
It was.
Everybody in the stadium knew they weren't going to run the ball.
And it still worked.
Try 1 or 2.
It did. They did. And Jonnu Smith had to make a ridiculous. He had to make a ridiculous catch to do that. And not all the receivers are good enough to make catches like that. And he was wide open.
Well, I mean, the Buffalo quarterback had some passes downfield that was certainly catchable. I mean, I'm just thinking with the wind at your back, you have to throw me a little bit of a wrinkle.
You don't have to throw the ball deep, but you can throw some 7 to 10 to 12-yard passes there. That just baffled me. I didn't get it, but
if they would have lost, I would have said, okay, maybe you throw it a couple more times, but.
Sure.
But they're sitting pretty at number 1, which I
Without
hate.
question.
They're sitting pretty right there. Everyone's picking them to go back to the Super Bowl. Everyone's picking them.
Game left.
I know, but I was on Pro Football Focus. Almost all of the analyzers, like I think they had like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
Only 2 of them didn't pick the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, and that's just to get there, not win. But if you go to the Super Bowl with this team, if you would have told me at the beginning of the season that they would be number 1 in the AFC and favorites to go to the Super Bowl, I'd be like, no way, I'll take that right now.
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
this is what they're doing. They just beat the Bills, and I said all along this is the game they were going to lose. Sure, the weather looked bad, but
they, as well as they played, they still could have lost the game because I think they were a little bit too conservative. But I hear your point because most people agree with you.
Yeah.
I do.
I agree with you.
If this game happened in KC on Sunday and the Broncos won the same exact way, I would have no problem with it. And I would have no problem with it because we won. We got what we needed. We're in the playoffs. But for you guys, we're number 1 seed. So it would be fun.
Broncos are still alive, huh?
Yeah, but it's over. It's over.
It's not
just
over.
lose out. Just lose out.
No, it's not.
Beat Detroit so we don't look like idiots and then just lose out. That's all.
What I didn't like, and you could tell that the coach of Buffalo was definitely irritated, and definitely the media got under his skin after the game.
Yeah, he threw a shot at Belichick.
And he did, which was very good. And I think that was the pressure building up on him, and he snapped a little bit.
Yeah.
And did you see the 2 Bills players that got questioned by the media and were really highly upset?
I saw that one, yeah.
Threw some shade
I wasn't as disappointed in the players as was in the coach. I could see, like, what do you say? How do you, the Patriots ran all over you?
Yes, no, so he said, so you guys got ran up. So they ran the whole game. Are you guys embarrassed embarrassed of your run defense. So like I can get why they're mad because you're like trying to have them say that they don't like their teammates or they're thinking bad of their teammates. Like why do you ask that? Like why would you be embarrassed of your teammates? Like okay, sure
embarrassed is the wrong word.
Yeah, it is the wrrong word. Like I'm not embarrassed of the people like I'm playing for.
You could have done differently
Exactly.
maybe
not embarrassed. That's stupid. Like why? That's so dumb.
So you didn't like the way those two players handled it?
Well, I thought the emotion got to them. I thought the emotion after the game, and then if they would,
but they were generally upset. I watched the body language.
Absolutely,
like they act like they got kicked in a you know what?
Yeah, they didn't like the question. Obviously, you're coming off an emotional game that you were into a biggest game of the year, and then you lose in the way they did, and then after you have to answer the questions after the game. I mean, it's no fun. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's I mean, I just, it's the emotion of the game, and people giving them a hard time. And these athletes are scrutinized like crazy, and that's another thing that wasn't really around.
You have to do the media.
TMZing of sports coverage, no bueno. The TMZing of sports coverage, no bueno. You dig it? Okay. Do you want to go to our picks? Do you want to go to the 7?
Let's do questions first, and then
so what did we do? You guys were tied last week. How did that play out?
So we said because the Patriots we both took the Patriots,
went to over,
and that happened. And we went to over under, and I kept telling Mike because we watched the game together. I said take the under. He's like, I don't know. And then I showed you. I was like, take the under, and it went under. So I won, but I don't take that as a win. That's just no. That's a cheap win because we tied, and what we did on the show, we tied. I said over under, and I took it.
That was the deal. You got the week.
Doesn't count on my book.
Now let's get to what's really important with this red tutu here. Are you distancing yourself from that?
So it doesn't matter. So this week don't matter because this is the last week of the season. The 4 people that are in the 2-2 race are all locked in. So it's me, my brother, and my 2 cousins. So we're all locked in.
You have to wear this tutu if you lose.
So what happens is, so after this, even if I win this week or lose this week, don't matter. I'm still in it. So this week is just to be placed off of seeding. And I really want to face Cody because I feel like if I face Cody, I will beat him. And there's one person I don't want to face because he has, I think, a better team than me.
Does your brother Cody spend a lot of time with fantasy football?
Not as much as me. No.
I can't.
And I don't, honestly, this sounds bad, but I don't think anybody in the league might not spend more time than me.
Of course.
It's just, I spend a lot of time on it. But so next week is the huge week. If I lose next week, then we're in big trouble because then that means that I'm out of the league and there's a really big possibility I win the 2-2. If I win next week, I'm golden. I'm still in. I don't have to wear no 2-2. So next week is the huge week. Week 15 is the week what I've been building this for.
We're going to be monitoring that very closely. 7 questions. Shoot them at me, Birdie.
Wow. Well, we'll always go with the 7 come 11.
So 7 right now, right?
Yep.
Can Roethlisberger find a way?
I believe it.
To beat the Vikings in Minnesota tonight and keep the Steelers' playoff hopes alive?
Absolutely. We've seen Cousins' record in primetime games is abysmal. Pittsburgh's got the better defense when they got everybody.
Can you believe
else.
I bet on the Vikings? Is that fucking crazy?
Doesn't mean you're going to lose.
It's not crazy.
No,
it's not crazy,
It's not
though.
crazy because you're only laying 3, Mike. Right? Spread is only 3.
69% chance to win.
But you're not crazy, though, because Kirk Cousins quietly has been putting up MVP level numbers, and he's not going to win it. He's not in the race, but his numbers are through the roof. If you look at it, it's like 22-something touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Madison's very capable back.
But Dalvin Cook is playing. That's a good thing.
Is.
But I don't think
Thielen's out.
Thielen is out, so that's a huge thing. I think Cook is going to play, but he's not going to play much. I think it's just going to be if they need him to go in, he'll play because Madison's a very, very, very good backup in the NFL, probably the best in the league as a backup. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be a close game, but I don't think you're crazy for that. I don't think
it's crazy at all. I think the game could go either way, to be honest with you.
But yes, the Steelers can win. I think they have a really good chance.
Question number 7. What's up? Give me another one, Birdman.
4.
Rookie quarterback Trevor Lawrence calls out his coach for Benson, Jacksonville wide receiver Robinson because of 2 fumbles in 2 consecutive games. Was he out of line? And who really has more clout in Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence or Urban Meyer?
So I saw this, and I agree with him to a certain extent because I don't think he was calling him out. He said we talked about it, and James is our best player on the team, and we need to get him more involved. And I think this is going to be fixed. So I'm fine with it because he's not wrong.
I don't have a problem
and I think coming into this, like last year, James Robinson, for me, and I know it sounds crazy, he probably should have won Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Because
why would you want to shatter the young kid's confidence like that and keep him on the bench and make him?
They already shattered his confidence.
And make an asshole out of him.
They drafted another running back last year. This offseason.
This started it right before the season in the first couple of weeks. Because Robinson was supposed to be the lead back, and his workload was reduced right from the beginning, and he wasn't happy about it. So this isn't something that's just happening right now. This has been going on since the beginning of the year with Robinson. I don't know what was said as far as what Lawrence said, but if he did say something publicly, it probably should have been addressed, in the locker room and not with the media. Or
maybe a leak, though. Maybe a leak.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it was public. It was public. I saw.
I know it was public, but did it
agree with
leak?
that.
Did they give a chance to go public before they leaked what came out? That happens often. Okay, but who's the real shot caller in Jacksonville?
If I'm the GM, I'm taking shots from Trevor Lawrence. He's your future QB.
Thank you.
You're not gonna get a this
And
year's
Ryan's
draft.
got 1 foot out the fucking door,
Yes,
Birdie.
this year's draft, there's no quarterback like this in this year's draft. I know Trevor Lawrence hasn't had a great rookie year, but what do you expect? It's a quarterback going into Jacksonville with his best player as a running back. And what do the Jaguars do with the second pick that they have in the top 20? Wait, let's go draft another running back when our best player coming this year was a running back. It's just the Jaguars. You're going into a mess, but just trust in Trevor Lawrence. He's your he's your franchise QB. Just if he doesn't like the coach, all right, new coach, let's go.
I mean, I think we can agree that Lawrence will be around longer than Meyer in Jacksonville, right, Birdie?
Unless these college jobs start drying up, but I don't know what he signed for a contract. I'm sure they gave him a big contract. But
No. I'm saying
as far
Lawrence.
as, oh yeah.
Maybe
No,
I missed
absolutely, yeah. You're supposed to be a franchise quarterback, so something to keep an eye on.
That's for sure. Okay, next up.
3.
Cowboys coach predicts guaranteed
Love
win.
it. Love it. Oh,
What is
absolutely.
wrong with that fucking idiot?
I was going to.
How
He
did
said
get
that?
worse?
He said that?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Well, nothing worse than putting some bulletin board material up for the opposing
What are you
team,
doing?
right?
Load
This guy
the
is
fucking
definitely-
gun. Load the gun
Yep.
for the Redskins.
Let the Redskins get
Load the
at
gun.
them a little bit
Piss
more.
them off. Piss their kids
I will-
off.
I-
Piss everybody off. Now they're going to answer 100 questions about it.
was-
Because Mike Matheny wants to be like the fucking snowman, the Michelin man, walk around fucking the house that Jerry built and like, get out of here.
When we were going to critique this game,
Cowboy fans, let me tell you something. As long as you have a loser like that as a coach, don't matter about Zeke, don't matter about Dak, don't matter about none of that. That joke has got to go.
yeah, I mean, it's not like this is a playoff game. I mean, it's still it's an important game, but it's not like life or death.
Why
if the Cowboys
would you
lose.
do that?
Because this guy's a meathead, Mike. It's plain and
It's
simple.
not like the Cowboys have less talent or you're trying to motivate your team and we're going to
Yeah,
go in
no.
there and we're going to hit him left and hit him low, hit him high and hit him low. We're going to come in and we're going
One
to
of
make
the-
sure we're going to do it. You're better than they are.
They
Shut
are on
the fuck
paper.
up and take care of business.
No, that's a little bit of
Period.
it's sort of a rookie coach's mistake, but he's not a rookie, so I don't get it.
If they win, he
Can you
looks
imagine Bill
smart.
fucking
bro.
Belichick or Chuck Noll or somebody fucking doing that? Can you imagine
Never
that?
see it from those guys.
Yeah, if you're calling a win when you're an underdog, bro.
No, I know. Any given Sunday, anything can happen, especially in a division game. In a division game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
It's a
supposed to win a
division
game.
game.
At Washington, they're supposed to win a game.
Good luck.
You better win a fucking game. Your ass will be on the way out with the rest of with the rest of the guys who are going to be getting shit canned soon. Okay, next up. We got 5 done.
1.
Number 1. Can the Bills play like they did against Kansas City and go down to Tampa and come out with a victory?
In this NFL this year, I guess anything's possible, but I tell you what, they better get their act together quick.
I don't see it happening.
No, it's not impossible, but
I love Tampa Bay minus 3.
I was surprised the spread was only 3.5.
So was
thought
I.
it would have been a little bit higher, but Vegas usually gets these numbers right.
Yeah.
Buffalo's got to wake up quick because this could spiral out of control for them real fast.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
they go
yeah.
one foot out the door already. So even if they lose to Tampa this week, the schedule is a little bit advantageous to them down the stretch. But for them to get back on track, this would be a big, big step for them.
They win this game, they're still in very good position to win the division.
But that's a tough.
Very good position to win the division because they still have another game with the Patriots.
Right,
and if they win that one,
you're always in a position if you control your destiny.
yeah.
And they still will have
They
it.
still do, but they're going into Tampa, and Tampa is 6-0 at home this year, I believe.
Yeah.
So good luck.
This might be the best team that Tampa has faced at home, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Other than maybe the Cowboys.
No question, sure.
Because was the Cowboys game in Jerry World or over there?
They're talented enough.
They
beat
are.
the
Possible.
Cowboys.
It's not. Yeah, it's.
But they won't.
I won't
not
predict it.
impossible,
I won't
but
predict
They
it.
won't.
I'm not betting
be
against
close one.
Tom Brady at home. I can tell you that.
I ain't
much.
bet against Tom Brady in fucking Siberia, Hong Kong, fucking Mexico, fucking City, fucking Sao Paulo, the fucking moon, Mars, Venus, Earth, the fucking Pacific. I don't give a fuck where it is I go against Tom Brady. Next up. What do we got?
I don't know what's left.
All right, number 2. Is there any way the Raiders can shock the world and get a W in Arrowhead?
Quick and
More drama on the Raiders. Another guy getting locked up, right?
Yeah.
oh really?
crazy.
I didn't see that one. What happened now?
Jeez. Something about that Bay Area. People get a little crank.
Boy, that team's going. They've just spiraled. Another team that spiraled out of control this year. It just started with a couple of guys. Now you got another incident. Then you had the coach. I mean, it's been crazy for them this year. No, I don't give them probably no chance at Kansas City this week. The way the Chiefs defense is playing right now.
Would you tease? You know you love points, Birdman. Would you go up 6 to 16.5 with the Raiders, or would you take the 10.5 and make it 4.5 with the Chiefs?
See, that's tricky. I'm going to tell you why it's tricky, because you never want to be on the wrong side of a tease on a key number, and you'd still be on 4.5. How much would it be? 16.5?
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, I'm a value guy, and that's a rivalry game. I would have to go 16.5.
How about this one? Chiefs money line. Just plain and simple, nice and easy.
I like that.
Just
I
go
like
Chiefs
that
money
better,
line.
'cause that's-
Right there. Just throw that in there.
Unfortunately, you're going to be laying
Yeah,
about
you have to bet 500 to win 100.
no, probably about 350 at 9.5. 450?
Yeah.
That's too much.
How do you know that?
I looked it up.
Oh, boy.
Sportsbook, all right.
Sportsbook,
You
all right.
better keep this guy on the fantasy. And
Shh, mother's listening. I don't want to get in the doghouse. That's your fucking fault.
no, see, I ain't putting it on me.
All right, last question is
7.
No, 40,
Oh, wait, did that on my bed.
49ers Bengals. Although we got 2 questions left. 49ers Bengals.
Game of the week right here.
Who gets the W? Back in the day, there were loser leaves town matches.
I remember this. Yes, sometimes.
Loser leaves town matches.
Sometimes
okay?
when someone's
you hear about wrestling.
So when we actually had one recently in 2 months ago, 3 months. Actually, no, Jesus, I forget when on summertime.
This is
But it's
loser
usually
leaves
when
town
someone's
for
contract is up, when they have no more time on the contract, they're like, all right, loser leaves town because they don't want to re-sign. So this happened to Daniel Bryan.
Back
He
in the day,
lost.
that's
and
how they
boom,
would
out.
wrap up old ages. Loser leaves town match. 49ers at the Bengals.
Bengals here. I like the Bengals
I
here.
don't know what San Francisco was looking so good, and then they just
I
completely
can't fucking
melted
bet on
down
Jimmy
last
G.
week.
I can't bet on
That's what I'm saying. He needs to make 2 or 3 throws a game, and he can't. And especially with Deebo
do
Samuel,
it.
who's like one of the best receivers
Oh,
in the
my
league,
God.
has been amazing, and not fully healthy. How do you take the 49ers? How do you bet on them?
So how do you explain this? San Francisco's defense last week had 4 or 5 sacks, forced two fumble recoveries with an interception, and still gave up 30 points.
Exactly.
How is that possible?
And this might sound crazy, but actually it's not crazy at all. The Bengals offense might be better, if not far off, than the Seahawks offense. Like, they got a better run game than the Seahawks offense. They have just as much weapons. I know Metcalf is a better weapon than what they have, but the Bengals have Boyd, Higgins, and Chase, and they got Burrow, who's been playing pretty good recently. So I don't think the Bengals are that far away from making a scary run in the playoffs. Winning one game, now you're facing like a Chiefs team or a Patriots team or a Ravens team. They don't want to face you in the second round of the playoffs. So I'm definitely going Bengals here. I like the Bengals.
I really don't. Honestly, wouldn't know which way to go in that game, Mike.
I wouldn't know which way to go with, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I'm tired of waiting for fucking Jimmy G to be Jimmy G. You know what I mean?
He's done. That's why they traded up to draft my boy Trey Lance.
Let's call him Jimmy Z.
Well, there's some talk.
It's useless, and nobody uses the letter Z.
There's some talk that Trey Lance, you might see him sooner
No, they're
than
talking
later.
about Trey Lance playing
This week.
Listen,
yeah.
so the thing about quarterbacks drafted in the top 5, they always will get at least 3 years to start and see how they are. Jared Goff got 2 to 3 years. The Rams didn't like him. Get out of here. Baker Mayfield, he's probably done getting 3 years, somewhere around there. Wentz got 3 years. So you're going to get at least 3 years of starting out of Trey Lance, and then they might move on. But they always start, and I told you guys this before it started, around week 4 is when they start, when they get started. He started week 4, got hurt because he likes to run around a lot, and that might be something they work on. But I really, really like Trey Lance. He's my favorite quarterback out of the draft. He's so dynamic and do two things. He can be really good for that
How do you
49ers
know
team.
that? He only played 1 game in college.
The year before he was undefeated though. So I mean, to go undefeated, that's really good. I get he was not in a good division, wasn't in the big divisions, but even when he came in to do a few plays, he looks great.
He looks the pop for me.
He only
Exactly.
he only threw like 1 interception in 2 years. Too, it's some crazy statistic when he was.
And he can run just as good as anyone.
He tested the intelligence test through the charts.
at the combine. Yeah, the interlock.
All right.
Hey, when he starts, the 49ers will be when they put him in and have him in. If they make the playoffs, I would not want to play them at all.
Question number 6. Can your man, Riley, Lamar Jackson, get it right and go to Cleveland and get the W and perform at the level of the MVP he is supposed to be?
He is.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
He is the MVP though.
Ain't no NBA trophy under my Christmas tree for Lamar Jackson. That was a terrible attempt to rap.
It's there. It's there. I think we've seen it this year. There was a few games that looked bad. Was it the Browns game when he threw 4 interceptions a few weeks ago and they still won? Was that the Browns game?
Yeah.
Right there. If he plays in like an inkling better than that and only throws 2 interceptions, I think
16 to 10.
they could blow out the Browns. I think they could blow him out if he throws only 2 interceptions, and that's not that hard. I think a bounce back win here. They're pissed off. They lost to their biggest rival. I'm taking the Ravens here.
How banged up are the Ravens this week, though? I know they lost.
Humphrey's a huge loss.
Yeah, but that's defense.
I know, but that's still a huge loss though, because like he's their best corner by far, and he's been one of their best players in the last few seasons. And to lose him for the whole season, I mean,
that's another
that's
line
huge.
that kind of caught me off guard. Is Baltimore getting 2.5 in that game too? I was a little surprised by that.
Okay, are we ready for the pick show? What's
Yes.
the big show's music like? Instead of the big show, it's the pick show.
well, it's the pick show.
Whoa!
There we go.
Okay,
Don't
it's
sing
the
that.
pick show.
Oh my
Pittsburgh
God.
+3 at Minnesota.
Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh, getting points on the road.
Mike is going Vikings, right?
No, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Tomlin's 11-4 as an underdog, so that's
You took
my,
Vikings and your
I did. It was
Roll with
it's
it.
only money, bro. Las Vegas Raiders +9.5 at KC.
KC. I'm not. I'd rather not pick, but I'll take KC.
Birdie.
Give me the Raiders 9.5.
Wow, huh?
Spread because
You wanted to tease them to 16. Now you're taking
I know, but
New Orleans at Jets. Jets getting 5.
That's easy. New Orleans.
Really?
Kamara's back, but they're missing the number 1 pass rusher, Cameron Jordan, and somebody else. I'll take the Jets at home getting 5.
Atlanta.
5?
Atlanta at Carolina.
Give me Atlanta.
I'm gonna take Atlanta too.
Atlanta at Carolina. How much is it? Like 3, right?
2.5.
Atlanta at Carolina. Damn, this game sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Carolina and
Separation
Atlanta.
game for you.
It is, but who'd you guys take?
Both took Atlanta.
I'll take Carolina. No, if CMC was there, I would take them, but
Baltimore +2.5 against Cleveland.
Baltimore,
I'm
that's
gonna go
easy.
with Baltimore.
Yeah,
That's
that's
easy.
unanimous.
Jacksonville +8.5 at Tennessee. I'm going with Tennessee.
Riley, what's the injury update on Tennessee? Do we know who's playing this week?
I believe
Julio's practicing, but he's still on IR, I heard.
Yeah, I think he's on IR, and I also think that AJ Brown is still on IR. I'm not sure on that one. Let me check.
I'm taking Jacksonville, and if those guys are still not playing,
I'll take Tennessee. They blew out the Texans last week, and that Texans team isn't much better than the Jaguars.
San Francisco minus 2.5 at Cincy. I love Cincy.
Yep, I'll take Cincy.
Yeah, I guess I'll go the other way then. Try to catch one. I'll take the Niners.
Dallas, Washington +4.
It's a no-brainer for me. Give me the Redskins.
Dallas at Washington.
You know something? After that coach ran his mouth, I'm with you, Birdie.
Well,
Separation game.
The Redskins
and the Cowboys.
4-0 and against the spread and straight up in their last 4.
Houston getting 7.5 at home against Seattle.
Houston getting 7.5.
I'm going to go with Houston.
Seattle.
I'm taking Houston also.
Seattle.
Detroit +8.5 at Denver.
This is impossible.
It's at Denver.
I'm taking Detroit. 8.5 is too much for the Broncos to lay.
You know, Detroit's covered 8 out of all the 1-10 record. They've covered 8 of the games this year. Denver at home, though.
Against the Jets, we beat them 20-0, I believe.
Yeah,
And the Jets are a better team than the Lions.
Come in angry after that loss last week. I got to go with Denver.
8.5 is a lot. Yeah, I'll take the Broncos.
No shit. Giants +10 at Chargers.
Now here's another game where you might have a lot of people missing from this game. Now, they got a big
there is
COVID
a
issue
huge
with the
issue over
Chargers
there.
this week. We know Keenan Allen supposedly
No,
definitely not.
he
Oh,
can
might play
because if he's vaccinated, you have to have 2 negative tests within 24 hours. Mike Williams also got put on the COVID list because they're both receivers and they were near each other, but he just tested negative today.
Okay.
So he needs to test negative, I think, one more time and he can play.
Okay, so
but there's the cornerback is out as well. Austin Eckler didn't practice for a different reason because of his ankle, but he should play. But they got injuries galore, so I'm taking the Giants.
The Giants. Mike Glennon's playing this week. Jones is out again too.
Jesus.
I'm playing
Tens a
Chargers.
Oh, God.
So
that's
many
a lot
injuries,
of
though.
points.
I'm betting against the Giants, not the Chargers.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. And that's why I'm doing. I'm betting against the Chargers, not on the Giants. You know what I mean?
Glennon looked awful last week in Miami. I got to take the Chargers. I hate to lay 10, but I'll take the Chargers.
Wow, it's not like you, Birdie.
Glennon's
Buffalo
awful.
+3.5 at Tampa. It was very easy for me.
Tampa's 8-1 in the at home, straight up and against the spread at home. Yeah, you can't. I can't go Buffalo here.
Oh my God.
But if there was a few more
Did
points,
you guys
I
both
might
take Tampa?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take the Bills.
I would have taken them 3.5.
Take the Bills.
It's not enough. for me.
Chicago +12.5. I'm going Green Bay.
Really?
I'm not even going to overthink
It's not even.
That's the Monday game?
I'm not overthinking
No, that's a
it.
Sunday night.
It could be 16 and 17, and I'd still take the Packers. The Chicago.
I don't know.
God awful.
I don't know. Everybody knows Rodgers is my favorite quarterback of all time, but this is a lot of points in a division game, especially. But we're talking about the best team in the NFL, I believe, right now, so I'll take the Packers.
This is the one. The Rams at Arizona.
You don't even got to ask me. You don't even got to ask me.
Rather than go to the Rams, I go with Arizona. Birdie of the tiebreaker.
Up until the Rams lost to Arizona earlier this year, they had beaten them 8 times in a row. So I like the Rams in this matchup.
Really, Birdie?
Yep.
Really? I don't. I like Arizona.
How many are we getting? 2.5?
Yeah,
2.5.
I think the Rams were going to win the game.
Power rankings up next.
Oh.
Power rankings. At number 7, I'm checking in. You got him, Rouse? You need a little time. Take a little time. Take
I just need
Number 1 is easy. Number 1 is easy, but then after that, it gets tough for me.
Eugene, you're right. Never bet on the Jets. They do suck.
They did beat Tennessee though this year with Derrick
What time is
Henry
it,
and
Birdman?
everybody.
Anyway, I am starving like mom.
5 or 7.
5 or 7. That's it. We're blowing through this today, huh?
We are today.
I want to go back to casino and change my bet. I think is that possible?
I don't believe they'll let you do that unless it was you would have done it originally. Yeah, they might, but normally you have to do it while you're at the window. So, but they might. I mean, you can just ask them, say, "Hey, listen, I put the wrong thing in."
But I did it, so that's why I'm going to keep it. I think. Are we ready? Number 7.
Go ahead. I'll go last.
I got the Indianapolis Colts
Yeah, I wanted to put the Colts in there, but for some reason I like the way the Chargers are. I know
Don't
they're
even.
they're a Jekyll and Hyde team, but I think they might go on a run here, and I'm putting the Chargers in at number 7.
I got not my Baltimore Ravens, but my boy Lamar and the Ravens at 7.
Number 6, Tennessee, Cashville.
No, you've got a lot of sack putting Tennessee in there with the injuries they got, but
Well, I mean,
they're going to be getting players back. We just don't know when.
I'll take them.
I got the Rams in at
Me as well.
back in.
I got a lot of balls putting Tennessee in. When Tennessee,
Wait, can I change a pick? Can I change a
their
pick?
ass, yeah.
So at 7, I want Tennessee. I completely forgot about Tennessee. I'll take Tennessee at 7, but I agree with Birdie. 6 are the Rams. They're going to be on the come up after they beat the Cardinals this week. They will be at number
But
3
so
for
you
me.
guys have the Rams over Tennessee, even though the Rams fucking embarrassed.
Well, no,
Tennessee embarrassed.
No, because
Yeah.
this is week to week, and
Okay.
Tennessee
So
doesn't have-
hold on.
If
Hold on.
Tennessee's got
Listen,
Derrick
wait,
Henry, I agree with
Teacher,
you. They're a better
teacher.
team than the Rams.
Teacher. The Jets embarrassed the Titans as well, but I'm not putting the Jets on here.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So
hear you.
I agree. I'm with you on that one,
But
but
when you sit in my chair, it's a question that has
Oh,
to be
if
asked.
Tennessee had their full roster, you're 100% right with Derrick Henry and everybody healthy. No, I would.
I'm
put them
worried
ahead
how
of
Derrick
everybody.
Henry's going to look because
They
he
don't
hasn't played in
score
so
him
long,
right
and they have
now.
to throw him to the Wolves. Like they're going to get him right when they need him the most. You know what I mean? So it's no easing him in. They have to use him and use him fully. So he could get injured again. So if he was, like Birdie said, if he was fully healthy, I don't think they have this many losses. I think they probably would have won more. And if AJ Brown and Julio Jones fully healthy, but they have last week against the Patriots or 2 weeks ago, they had 3 receivers. That's it. And I can't put a team higher if they have 3 receivers total on their roster. You know what I mean?
Number 5, I get the Chiefs.
Me as
Number
well.
5, I got the New England Patriots.
I have the Chiefs at number 5 as well. I think once their offense starts clicking, they'll go to number 1 quick.
Number 1?
Yeah, their defense is ridiculously good, and they still have. I don't.
We'll see
I
how
don't like
good
the.
they are. They were bad, and then they've been good
I know,
for a couple
but
of games. We're going to see which
They've been good for a few,
We're
like
going to see
4
will
to
the
4
real
weeks.
Kansas City defense please stand up.
I just think that their offense hasn't started clicking yet, and they still have one of the best quarterbacks.
Number 4, I got Arizona.
Number 4, I got the Kansas City Chiefs.
I got the Pats at number 4.
Number 3, I got Green Bay Packers.
And number 3, I have Tampa Bay.
Number 3, I have
Number 3.
the Buccaneers as well.
Number 2, I got the Pats.
Number 2, I have Arizona.
Number 2, I also have Arizona.
And number 1, I got Tampa, and both you guys
Green
got
Bay.
Green Bay. Yep.
Yeah,
All
because I didn't switch
right.
that. Okay, I have one question that I was thinking
Yes.
about today. I'd like to ask you guys, similar to what your
is this a
7
trivia
question.
question?
No, this isn't trivia.
You got the trivia.
So yeah, I got the trivia. So playoff game right now.
Yeah.
Say first round. You're on the road. You go down 4 points. There's 2 minutes left in the game. There's 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that I trust with my life to win that game. Tom Brady,
Obviously.
Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Gun to your head, are you taking any other quarterback in the NFL to win that game?
No.
Any other?
Anybody else in the league besides those 3?
Wait, do I like
You don't have
over?
to take those 3, but I want you to give
so
me
you're
one.
2 minutes and you're at your own
I got
20.
one.
You're at your own 25.
I got
and
one.
You're down 4. You can't kick a field goal.
got one.
I agree with what he said. I don't think there's anybody else.
So
in the league
it's not over these guys. It's
Field
another
goal.
one you wouldn't
No.
mind.
Timeouts. How many timeouts?
Not a field goal.
How many
Well, you
timeouts?
got all 3 timeouts.
Oh, well, that
2 minutes left.
That makes 2
I
minutes
still, I'm not taking anybody except those 3.
So
There's
it's
nobody
not
else
it's
in the
not
league.
over these guys. It's just another one we would take, right?
There's one guy I might would put a question mark on.
Who?
Kyler Murray.
I got
Question
one.
mark.
I got one. Russell Wilson. I mean, we've
I'm
seen
talking
it.
about this year, not
Yes,
his career.
yes,
not
yes.
his career.
Yes, Russell Wilson.
Not
I'll still
this
take
year.
Russell Wilson.
Not this year.
I think he had a finger injury, which is bad for a quarterback. Obviously, what he used to throw the ball in your hand, but I
Years
think
past,
he's been
yes.
really good. Like he's been really good in the history, and I don't think he's only 32 years old, so he's not old
I
at
would
all.
put-
Stafford as well, I would trust. I know it sounds crazy, but he did it
Nah,
before
not
with the
this year.
Lions. I would still take him. Even this year has been his best year in the
Big
NFL.
Ben in the past, not this year.
If
Bo.
Deshaun Watson was playing this year, would you take him?
Oh, 100%, not even
no,
close.
That's the guy.
In my eyes, he's a top 5 quarterback
He
in
would
the league.
definitely be in that list, probably.
All out for some hand jobs, huh, Birdie? What the fuck
Well,
is
hey,
going down, bro?
it works for Bob Kraft. It works for anybody.
Right there. I mean, you need 30 of them?
I don't know. Maybe one for every different day of the month. I don't know.
listen to me.
Young buck,
listen,
25.
Listen, shame on me.
All right.
Because a wise man once told me when it
go
comes
to
to
the
money.
trivia.
Hold on. A wise man once told me when it comes to sex, power, money, sometimes you throw the rules out the
Throw everything out the
throw
window.
common sense out the window. And that's what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Trivia.
go with some trivia.
ahead.
Let's mix it up this
Let's
time.
go.
The name of this trivia is called Location.
Oh, I love that. I love
Riley, are you with us here?
Yes, I am.
All right. I have a list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams in professional sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, that have moved from one location to the next.
I got one.
Listen to me. Let me finish first. We're only going back 24 years from 1997.
Got
So
one.
you're going to give me the number first, and we'll go. We're going to flip the coin first. I don't know who wants to go first.
Let's get the easy one off the board.
Well, hang on. You don't know which way we're going first.
I'm older. I'm going first.
Flip the coin.
Mike goes
you're going
first. Mike goes first, yeah.
All right, you pick a number 1 to 4.
Why 1 to 4? So
Then it's going to tell you which sport we're going to do first.
1 to 4 is, I'll take 2.
2 is baseball.
Okay.
Ooh.
Baseball, there's only one team that's changed. Now, we're not talking expansion teams here. We're talking locate from one city.
It's like
to
the New England Patriots to like the Seattle, whatever.
Okay,
like that,
so
right?
You're on the clock.
There's one team in baseball.
Only one team has moved locations in baseball
Since 1997.
Since 1997.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
That is incorrect. Riley, you're up.
The Florida Mariners.
That is also incorrect. Mikey, your second stab at it. It happened in 2005. That's the next clue I'll give you. This team was in the National League.
All right, no more clues.
Oh. And there's no more baseball playing in that place.
No.
What the fuck? How come I can't get this?
It's not an easy question.
And so what's this? Is you sure it's not the team that became the Diamondbacks?
That is incorrect. Riley?
Oh, I gotta get this.
Mariners?
That is, I said National League.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Hold on. National League. Okay, so the National League East is the Mets, the Phillies, the Braves, right? Who else? Then you get the Washington Senators,
Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
Miami Marlins. You got the Cubs, Pirates, Cardinals, Brewers.
Colorado.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Last guess. Riley Arruda.
You're killing me here.
I didn't say it was going to be easy, Mike. Baseball
Pirates?
one. Montreal Expos will move to the Washington Nationals. Okay, that's the baseball one. Pick a number, Riley.
1.
We're going to go with the NFL. Who's up here?
I go first because you went first.
NFL, we have 4 city moves. You're on the clock.
Moves not
From one city to a different location.
okay, so not the Jaguars.
Not an expansion
Yeah, not the
team,
Jaguars.
no.
4 moves.
4 moves.
Since
97.
Since 1997.
Hold on. All right. Dallas, no. Indian, no. Run through stuff in my head. This is a tough one.
I thought this one would be a little easier.
Because I thought you were talking expansions, so that's what messed me up.
No, teams that relocated from one city and then went to another city. They were already established. They can be already established teams, and they just move location.
The Texans?
That is incorrect.
No.
Mike?
the Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders in 2020 last year.
Okay,
moved
yep,
to Las
yep.
Vegas.
The
That
Rams.
is
The
number
Rams.
1. Riley, you're up
The
next.
Chargers.
San Diego in 2017 moved to LA. That is correct. Mike, you're up
The
next.
Rams.
The Rams in 2016 moved to LA. That is correct. And the last one, we're missing one.
I'm not sure if my time was, I would be the Browns. Baltimore.
That was a couple of years before
Okay,
97.
okay.
Last one. Hold
There's
on.
one more.
So we got not. Wow, this is a tough one.
Well, you guys got the first 3 pretty quick off the list. So.
Because once he said it, I realized, okay, the guy's going to LA. It makes sense. All of those going over there.
The team that moved is no.
I got it. Cardinals.
That's incorrect.
I was gonna. What is it? What's the hint?
The team that moved is no longer in existence, like Montreal was.
Huh?
The team like Montreal moved.
The Oilers?
That's correct. The Oilers moved to
Okay.
Tennessee in 1997.
Ooh.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
Good
Okay,
question, Birdie.
we got 2 left. We have. You want the basketball or the hockey next?
Hockey.
Hockey, since 1997, and this is tough, there's been 2 teams that have moved and relocated.
I got one.
Go ahead.
The Winnipeg Jets to Montreal to the something else.
I'm going to give you partial credit. The team that disbanded did move to Winnipeg.
Okay.
You got second half of it.
Carolina.
That's also partial credit. The team that disbanded moved to Carolina. You
Yeah.
have to now name
I know.
the teams that moved.
Got one. The Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks.
That's incorrect.
No, god damn it.
In 2011, this team moved from this city to Winnipeg, and in
How
1997.
about the Dallas North Stars, the Dallas Stars?
No, that was 2 years prior, though, in 93.
Oh, was it?
Minnesota to
Fuck.
Dallas.
Good looking out, Eugene. I was 2 years too early. All right, so
This is difficult. This is a difficult question.
The Hurricanes?
Say that
No,
again.
I got-
No, the
no,
Hurricanes.
it's partially
You're
correct.
on the right track.
Damn.
The Hurricanes moved from what city?
the Wild, Minnesota Wild.
That's also incorrect.
What? How about Las Vegas?
That's they were an expansion team. That's all.
The Minnesota Wild didn't move.
They're still a team.
No, the Minnesota North Stars were an expansion team. The North Stars moved to Dallas in '93. The Wild were granted a franchise, so they never moved.
I'm out on this one. I don't know.
Oh.
I thought I had it in Winnipeg.
You would have said, "Oh, I should have got this one." The Hartford Whalers
was
were the team that went to Carolina, and this one,
Ron
nobody,
Francis.
unless you're a diehard NHL
Give it to me,
fan.
give it to me.
In 2000, a team that was in Atlanta called the Thrashers moved to Winnipeg. So I
Oh, okay.
don't know anybody
Yeah.
that would have got that. Okay, last one up. 3 moves in the NBA since 1997, 2008.
I got one.
2002 and 2001.
So we got the Seattle Supersonics to the OKC Thunder.
2008, that is correct.
Yep.
So there were 2 other moves.
We got going to Memphis.
That's partially correct. What was the team that moved to Memphis?
I got it. If you don't got it.
Got it.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
That's correct.
Nice
So
shot,
you're
Ralph.
missing one.
I
one
love
more.
their jerseys are some of my favorite jerseys of all time, the Vancouver Grizzlies. I love those.
2002, this team moved.
Sacramento Kings.
That's incorrect.
Damn it.
The team moves. Hold on. Charlotte,
That's correct. To what city did they
Oh,
move to?
I know.
Minnesota.
That's incorrect.
Charlotte. It was the Charlotte Hornets moved to the New Orleans Pelicans.
You're correct, but they did not become the Pelicans until
was-
2015.
okay, so New Orleans
But you did
Hornets,
get
yes.
that correct.
Yes.
Good job.
And you guys,
We'll be back. Fantasy picks.
2 minutes, 5
Coming
minutes.
up. Hold on. We're raising the stakes.
Oh, the Brooklyn Nets. What about them?
the what?
The Brooklyn Nets. The New Jersey Nets.
No, but they didn't really move. They weren't a team that moved from a different city. They just relocated.
Good job with the trivia, Birdie. We'll be back with our fantasy picks right after this.
I'll be right back.